So Diana talked about when does a sale-leaseback make sense when buying or selling a business. She raised a lot of great points, and I just want to reiterate a few. Typically when you're selling a business and you're not consulting with a commercial real estate advisor, that means you're talking to a business broker, an attorney, a banker, M&A advisor. None of them seem to mention the real estate part because their incentive is they want you to sell that real estate along with the business so it's a higher price point, and therefore the fee they earn is bigger. However, what you'll notice as a seller of a business is oftentimes, especially if you're selling to private equity or a strategic buyer, they're gonna do a sale-leaseback immediately after purchasing your business and the real estate. What does that tell you? It tells you they are unlocking the value that you lost out by selling your business in conjunction with the real estate. And so that in and of itself should be a key indicator that you as the seller want to maximize your value of that sale when you're selling the business and the real estate. So first, consult a real estate advisor. We can show you this is what the value of your building is if you sell it along with the business, and that's going to be valued as if it's empty. There's no rental stream coming in, versus if you sell that property when there's a long-term lease attached to it. When there's a long-term lease, there's a significant amount of cash flow attached to that, which an investor will pay top dollar for. A strategic buyer or a private equity firm, they want to pay as little as possible for that real estate because really what they want is the business. These are two separate buyers. The business owner and the real estate investor, two different people. So you want to be able to maximize the value you get to each, which means separating your assets so they go to the right buyer in each scenario. Likewise, when you purchase a business, we are again trying to advise our clients, come to us beforehand. When you're negotiating that purchase price of the business, look, as commercial brokers, we can't tell you what the value of the business is. That's not our expertise. We can tell you what the value of that building should be. And of course, we're gonna tell you when you're buying the business and the real estate together, we need to value that real estate as if there's no lease, because that's typically what the scenario is, because you're going to be able to tear up the lease anyway as soon as you get into that. But the very first thing you do as a buyer when you buy the business and the real estate, as Diana mentioned, if you want to unlock the capital and use it to pay down debt, fuel growth, make distributions to investors, whatever it is you want to do with that additional liquidity, you're going to create a tremendous amount of value by buying the building when it's attached to the business. And then once you own both, executing a sale-leaseback. A lot of times we're looking at, it could be 2x or more on the value of that property when doing a sale-leaseback versus purchasing it when it's empty. So we're happy to walk people through this, provide the due diligence, show them the numbers, show them exactly what we think it's going to look like so they can make a more educated and informed decision.